Hey there, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Mini Pomodoro timer and also a bit of an unboxing. So I did open this already just to have a look at what's on the inside, but I haven't really taken a hard look. So that's what we're going to do right now. This came from South Korea, and it took about 7 to 8 days for it to be ordered and shipped. Their website's really cool. I'll leave a link in the description. Essentially, they have a few colors, 7 colors in total. And I got the aqua mint. Yeah, I got an aqua mint, which is kind of like a green color. And the reason why is that I wanted more green on my desk. My desk theme pretty much is white, black, and a splash of red here and there. Talk a little bit more about my desk setup, but you can see that there's some red highlight here and there. I really like green as a color. That's actually my favorite color. And I've got a little plant over here. Again, I'll do another video about that another time. And I wanted the timer to kind of go with it. And the greeniest green they had, well, the only green they had was this aqua mint. So let's get ahead and do a bit of an unboxing. The mini timer doesn't actually have normal clock face to it, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. But the box looks really good. It's got kind of like, this is the back of it, so like when you open it, you'll see the front. It says here there's flexible time setting, a visual interval timer, and a unique design. So I really like that. It gives you a sense of time passing, but maybe not how much time is passing. And it's really good for like focused studying. Let's go ahead and open this up. There's 2 magnets here. There's a magnet, a couple of magnets on the other side as well. And the box says, "We design time, your most valuable asset." It's really nice quality. The clock itself is quite lightweight. I'm not sure how much that weighs, but it's not very heavy, but it's also not light and flimsy. It's plastic material. It's got a plastic button here and an interface, and it looks like a USB-C power inlet. And that's cool because I've got lots of USB-C power devices here. So my plan is to kind of have the clock here as a visual sort of countdown when I do focus study sessions. So let's open up the rest of the box. There's this kind of like foam housing the timer sits in, and it allows the box lid to close, but also for there to be a little bit of space, hold a couple more pieces for the timer. So this is the first time I'm opening this. I'm gonna sort of try and get this working. So I'll close the housing. And this is a really nice housing. I feel like I'm actually gonna store this away so that, you know, if I move or if I need to kind of like move around or something, I can put the timer in it and it will be secure. I have to say the price point is quite interesting because I think I paid about $89 US. Thought that was kind of pricey, but I really, really loved the interface, the UI, the design of it. And I've been looking for a decent Pomodoro timer for ages. So we've got a couple of things here. We've got the instruction manual here on my right. I'm guessing the USB-C cable, and that's what it says. Now, I actually have a couple of USB-C cables already on my desk, so I don't think that I'm going to go to the trouble of plugging this in. Now, how to use this thing. So first of all, let's just go through some of the instructions. So there are several languages here. Again, I got this from South Korean company. So the first one is Korean language, and then on the right hand side it has stuff in English. So we have an LED indicator, and that is the starting point of a timer. We've got another section here which means that indicates that time has passed. It is a measurement of time passed. And then we've got this red section here and it says remaining time. Now this color scheme is going to change depending on the colors that you get. And again, I got aqua mint, so on my clock remaining time will be green. All right, so we've got this back instruction that looks kind of complex. It's got a dial here and a couple of buttons and toggles. The complexity is hidden behind the face, but you still need to understand what's going on. So it says that the top button is for starting, pausing, and resetting. The left button is for the interval setting or preceding number. I guess the preceding number would be probably hours in this case, a minute. The right button is the time setting next number, so I'm guessing that might be seconds. We've got our volume control, so we have an off mode, as in no volume, so it's just visual. We have 2 sound settings where One is high and one is medium, and then we have a power on and off button, and then the charge port. And what I really like about this timer that I've seen with study streamers, a silent mode is really effective because it's just visual. There's no ticking, there's no buzzing, there's nothing that can take your concentration away. Then we have our display, explanation of our display. So we've got 6 indicators here. So let's go through them. The first one is pause. The second one is your interval. Third one is the time setting. Fourth one is the total. Fifth one is battery remaining. This is battery power. Keep it plugged in. And I really like that because I don't want another cable on my desk. So actually I might not move any cables. And the 6th indicator is tell you that the timer is charging. Product composition here. So we've got the actual timer, the cable, and the manual. Manual is what I've got here. And it tells you to read your manual in English, go to page 18, and you can download the manual. So let's head over to page 18. Okay, cool. So we're on the English section now. It says that some safety information. There are some sensitive electronic components, including batteries, which can cause malfunction or personal injury if dropped or damaged. So yeah, don't drop this. If your battery is faulty, I'm guessing you need to raise incident with them and then they'll replace it. I'm not sure about their return policy. I never checked that out. I've got, I think, 3 USB-C cables. One I use exclusively to power up my Keychron K3 keyboard. I've got one for my iPad, and I've got a third one I used to use for my laptop, my old laptop that used to sit here, but now I've got M1 Mac, a monitor that supports Thunderbolt 3. It's kind of like that cable I don't use anymore. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove that, put this in, but that'll be for another video. I'll do a video on my desk setup, what that's about, another point. So we've got some more warnings here, but it looks in pretty good condition. So let's move on. So we've got our front LED. So LED lights up, I guess, when the color is filling up quickly. Okay. So red means it's not running, and then it will also show when the timer is filling up for the next interval. When the color of the LED is purple, is counting up the set interval time. So you've got a countdown and a count up. There's some information about low battery. When pressing the top start button, if there's not enough power, Mini-Me does not start, the beep sound will happen and the battery icon will display and glow. The display does not show any remaining battery when the power is off. Okay, so let's give that a quick test. Let's see if they've kind of done a mini charge in the factory. Yeah, there's no juice in this at all. So yeah, to get this started, I'm going to have to at least plug it in for a bit. How to use. So we press the top button to start the timer. The color will be filled 100% with LED light and will be turned off and countdown begins. Press it again to pause and you'll hear a beeping sound. There'll be a complete sound when the timer is complete when you turn the volume all the way down. I guess it's just the light flashing. And then you can reset. So press and hold the button for 2 seconds to reset the timer to 0%, and LED turns off when the timer is completely reset. We've got some differences between basic and interval settings. So basic settings, set the time you want to focus. The set time will be counted down from 100%. So full color. After the set time is complete, it switches to standby state. Interesting. So it will go and it will just be at standby state. Now, an interval is different because it says sets the time you want to rest and the numbers that you want to repeat. After completing the basic setting, set the number of times you want to repeat. So basic setting will tell you interval time for one instance, and then the interval will tell you your rest period time, it looks like. After completing the basic setting, set the number of times to repeat. So 5 times you want this. So you'll have 5 times of 25 minutes. So when studying, repeat 50 times of focus and rest for 10 minutes, 3 times for each focus. So you can focus for 50 minutes, rest for 10, focus for 50 minutes, rest for 10, focus for 50 minutes. And that's exactly what I want. I want something that's kind of like a Tabata, but for long concentration times. So we got some time settings here. Press the right button to enter the time. Okay, time mode, set the icon on the display light. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish off reading the instructions and power up the timer. We will have a look at what it behaves like, so it should be fun. See you in a bit.